Stop surviving. Start creating your own life. Every day you wake up and face the world around you. But have you ever stopped to truly wonder, are you living or simply surviving? We live in a world that tells you to hustle harder, to grind longer, to stay focused on the next step, the next goal. We're constantly told that success is just around the corner if we keep pushing, if we keep working, if we keep surviving. But let me ask you a question. What if you didn't have to survive anymore? What if you could step into the life you've always dreamed of by simply shifting the way you think, the way you perceive, the way you create? What if you were no longer a passenger in your own life, but the architect of it? The truth is, survival mode is a mindset. It's not your reality. It's a trap. It's a place where you feel stuck, constantly reacting to the circumstances, always one step behind, never in control. But you don't have to stay there. You can move from merely surviving to actively creating, from drifting through life to designing it with intention. It all starts with a powerful realization. You are the creator of your own reality. Imagine for a moment that you have the power to design every aspect of your life. Picture yourself as a sculptor, holding the chisel to the raw block of stone, shaping your future with every move. Every thought, every decision, every action you take is a stroke of that chisel, carving out your masterpiece. Now picture that stone as your life. Every crack, every sharp edge, every curve is part of your design. But here's the catch. If you don't grab the chisel and start carving, the stone stays unshaped, untouched, unrefined. Surviving is like being a passenger on a journey, letting life take you wherever it will, whether you like it or not. Creating is taking the wheel, stepping into the driver's seat, and steering your life toward the future you desire. But to get there, you must first understand something profound. Your thoughts create your reality. What you think and believe about yourself, about the world, about what's possible for you, will determine the life you create. You are not the product of your circumstances. You are the product of your thoughts. The people who rise above their circumstances, who refuse to be bound by the limitations of the world around them, are not the ones with the most talent or the most luck. They are the ones with the clearest vision, the strongest belief, and the unshakable conviction that they can shape their destiny. Thomas Edison didn't invent the light bulb by chance. He believed it was possible, no matter how many times. He failed. He saw a vision of a brighter world, and he wasn't going to let anything stop him. Andrew Carnegie didn't start as a wealthy man. He came from nothing. But he understood that his mind was his greatest asset, and with that mind, he could build an empire. What separates the doers from the dreamers is the courage to act on the belief that what they envision is not just possible, it is inevitable. This is where many people fail. They dream, they hope, but they don't act. They don't believe in their own power to create. Now let's talk about belief. Belief is the foundation of everything. You cannot create anything in your life without first believing that it's possible. Think about it. Everything you see around you was once just a thought in someone's mind. Every building, every car, every device you use was once an idea that someone believed in so strongly that they brought it into existence. And it didn't happen overnight. It took clarity, persistence, and a deep, unwavering belief that it was possible. Without belief, all your potential is dormant, like a seed buried deep in the soil. It has the potential to grow into a mighty tree, but only if it's nurtured with the right environment. And that environment is your thoughts. If you believe in your potential, if you believe in your dreams, if you believe that you can create the life you want, nothing can stop you. But if you don't believe, if you doubt yourself, if you let fear and uncertainty cloud your vision, then that seed remains dormant, and you never see the growth you're capable of. Clarity is the next essential piece. Without clarity, you're just wandering aimlessly. It's like trying to drive to a destination without knowing the address or having a map. You may get lucky and stumble across it, but most likely you'll get lost along the way. Clarity is your map. It's your compass. It's your vision of where you're going and why you're going there. It's not enough to say, I want to be successful or I want to be happy. What does that really mean? What does success look like to you? What does happiness feel like? When you get clear on these questions, you give yourself a direction, you give your thoughts a target, and your actions a purpose. Once you have clarity, once you have a vision of where you want to go, your purpose becomes clear. Purpose is the fuel that powers the engine of creation. It's what gets you out of bed every morning, even when it feels like the weight of the world is pressing down on you. Purpose is the reason why you keep going, even when things get tough. It's the why behind everything you do. Without purpose, everything becomes a grind. But when you have purpose, every challenge, every setback becomes part of the journey. This is where discipline comes into play. Discipline is not about rigid routines or punishing yourself for every mistake. It's about consistency. It's about showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about taking small, deliberate actions that align with your vision and your purpose day after day, even when the results aren't immediately visible. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's the muscle that strengthens your ability to persist, even when things don't go as planned. But discipline is not enough if you don't take action. Action is the catalyst for change. You can think all day long about the life you want to create, but unless you take the necessary steps, nothing will happen. Every dream, no matter how big or small, requires action. And that action starts with one small step. Don't worry about having it all figured out. Just start. Take that first step. Move in the direction of your dreams, no matter how uncertain or unfamiliar it may feel. The momentum you build with each action, no matter how small, will eventually propel you forward. Along the way, there will be setbacks. There will be times when things don't go as planned, when you feel like you're moving backwards instead of forward. This is where resilience comes in. Resilience is the ability to bounce back when life knocks you down. It's the ability to keep going when everything around you seems to be falling apart. It's the understanding that failure is not the end, but simply a lesson. Every failure brings you closer to success because it teaches you what doesn't work. And that's just as valuable as knowing what does. And as you move forward, it's crucial to practice gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right. It opens your eyes to the abundance around you, to the progress you've made, and to the opportunities that are waiting for you. Gratitude is not just an emotion, it's a mindset. It's the recognition that no matter how difficult things may seem, there is always something to be thankful for. And when you focus on what you're grateful for, you attract more of it into your life. Finally, adaptability is key. The world is constantly changing, and so are you. Life doesn't follow a straight path. It's full of twists and turns, unexpected detours and challenges that test your limits. The key to thriving is not resisting change, but embracing it. Adaptability is the ability to stay flexible, to pivot when necessary, and to keep moving forward, no matter how many times you have to adjust your course. The greatest achievers in history didn't always follow a perfect plan. They adjusted, they adapted, they evolved, and so must you. Now, as you stand at the crossroads of your life, ask yourself, do you want to continue surviving, or do you want to start creating? The life you desire is waiting for you, and the only thing standing between you and that life is the decision to believe in your power to create it. The key is in your hands. The chisel is in your grasp. You are the artist. You are the creator. It's time to stop surviving. It's time to start creating.